Hello everybody, John here, and today we're looking at the second service on my Navara NP300, which has just got to 38,000 miles. This will give you an indication of what it's like in the winter in the UK. It's 4:30 p.m. 16:30. It's 2 degrees. It gets dark really early, and it's been dark since 7:45 this morning. It's even harder in Scotland. We lose another 3/4 of an hour in some places over us. Yeah, quite short days. Respect to those in even further north climes, subscribers in Sweden, etc. So no wonder people get sad syndrome. Actually had the service done the other day, but been so busy I haven't even been able to look in the pouch yet. So we're going to give you a run through on how that's turned out and what goes wrong at 38,000 miles. As always with these things, I've got a bundle of paperwork, but it's actually the bill that gives you most of the useful information. We've been to Exeter Nissan again. The experience there was quite good last time. This time very good again. Very prompt, very polite, very clean. Had to wait around a little bit to collect the vehicle, but no great issue. Gave me a courtesy card, no great issue. And they cleaned the card nicely. So let's look at this. The damage, i.e. the bill, is £354. And then, because we're in the UK, VAT on top, £424. So the service itself, the second service has cost £132. Air conditioning service, no, but they haven't ticked it. Replace key battery, no. Environmental disposal charge, £2. That's for getting rid of oils, etc. Consumables, £2. Air filter, £22.33. Interesting. Air filter kit, £22.33. Air cleaner element, £33.59. That's really quite interesting. I wonder what that's made up of. Both air filters. One could be a pollen filter, but yeah, there's no seals in there, so that's interesting. I'm going to find out what that's all about. We'll do some searching. Strainer assembly. Don't know what that's about either. £86. Anybody know what a strainer assembly is? I'm sure somebody watching this who's a Nissan technician can tell me. Screen wash, few pounds. Element oil filter, £9.26. Fluid.4 1 litre, that's your brake fluid, £9.22. I find it really quite bizarre that we get a fill up on brake fluid. That's obviously not lost fluid. I'd be in real trouble if it had. But they've changed the brake fluid. And bear in mind I've got big miles, but that's like 6 months. Oil tank. So £44 worth of tank fed oil, Castrol Edge, good quality oil. And a seal for the drain, which will be a new sump plug, 33p. Complimentary safety check, wash and vacuum, all the rest of the good stuff. And that's where we come with a bill. So a little bit of investigation to do on the filters and the strainer. What's the strainer? We'll find out. Part of the service, they sent a little video clip of the guys checking underneath the vehicle, tyres, brakes, etc. I'll see if I can include that to share with you. This is what the checklist looks like. Good condition for all the wheels. The tyres, Yeah, they're getting down there now. It says right rear 3.5. So that's going on towards a change. I will check it myself, but I can believe that. But again, you know, I've done 38,000 miles, guys. Them are really pretty good. They're pretty even. I'm very pleased with that. Now, brake wear. Front brake 60% worn. Yeah, probably agree with that. Again, lasting rather well. Rear brakes 10%, to be expected. There's not a lot of effort going into the rear brakes on these vehicles. And suspension all in good nick. Then we've got a huge list of things, and they've all been checked and ticked. I'll let you a little look at that. Nothing that's going to make me question. Fuel consumption has stayed pretty much rock steady. Tooling around on shorter journeys and when I'm not thinking about things, seem to still get about 37 to the gallon, which I'm thinking is excellent. It's about 7 point, let's just check for you guys, 7.6 litres per 100 kilometres for people outside the UK. Not a single additional rattle or squeak has entered the cab. If you take it down a really rough track, you might hear the odd little squeak, but when you're driving on average roads, no sounds whatsoever other than a bit of wind noise, a bit of tyre roar. But I had a few questions come in about comfort and the seats particularly. Nissan have got this magical claim that these are NASA anti-gravity seats. And as I've spoken about them before, I'm not sure how much NASA had to do with it. Maybe loads, maybe nothing. But they are a very comfortable seat. They're holding up really well, at least in leather trim, to the miles. I am in and out of it all day, every day. There is lumbar support, which I'm just operating now. I think it's a mechanical, it's electrically driven, but a mechanical device rather than a airbag, which makes it quite firm. But I wouldn't suggest there's any issues whatsoever with these seats. Those of you who've been kind enough to comment and ask questions about them, I would say that as somebody who's had previously a Jaguar XJ, I know what a comfortable seat feels like. This is very good over distance, or at least for my shape of back and all the rest of it. In terms of other minor irritants, we really are starting to scratch the bottom of the barrel. I notice that sometimes when I get in the car, start her up, get rolling, I get a blast of some music, usually ABBA, because it begins with A, and it's picked up on my mobile phone's playlist and got going on that when I haven't asked it to do that. So I don't know if that's a glitch or it's just the nature of the infotainment system. It's obviously very easy to correct. You just hit stop and it goes away, or you change to radio. But I think with a lot of these infotainment systems now, there isn't actually a turn the radio off, turn the Bluetooth off button. Essentially they're either on with volume or off without volume. So you're not really in command to be able to turn that off. Settings, obviously you can disable stuff, but I do want it now and again. In a non-Nissan related issue, I have a Truckman top, a canopy on the back, and I also have an Eagle 4x4 central locking conversion, so that the tailgate, the lower part that's part of the pickup truck, operates with the central locking. Highly recommended. Takes away another irritant with the vehicle. The combo of the two, sometimes when I unlock the doors, the top will unlock. Central locking in the canopy works. The central locking in the tailgate, I think, half operates, and sometimes you can tug on the handle and it won't open. Lock it, unlock it, it works. And I think it's just a little bit of mismatch and movement between the two items. We covered in another video that you do expect the pickup to move relative to the car, and I'm sure that's similar for the canopy and the pickup bed. And those just little movements, I think, just get things out of line. It's not a biggie, but just notice that occasionally the tailgate lock sticks. As I will be looking to change the tyres on this car in a few more thousand miles, partially because one of them's getting a little below on the outer edge, but also because we're just getting into winter season here in the UK, and if last year is anything to go by, we might be in for a doozy. So a little bit more bite and tread is always welcome. I've had no issues, as mentioned, with these tyres. They've made the car economical, they've lasted really well. But I would be interested to hear in the comments below if anybody else has got a vehicle that they're using like myself, mainly on well paved roads, does a little bit of winter driving, but you know, it's not about being an off-roader. Are there other tyres you've tried and experienced that are better than the Contis, particularly if you've had the vehicle with Contis on and then changed it over to something else? So Continental versus, what's your opinions? Give me some tips, I'd love to hear of it. If I'm honest, I would really quite like to get some tyres with the white writing on them sidewalls. Pathetic, I know, but I love it. It's probably connected with the fact that I'm a sort of ex hot rod and specials person, and that my T25 has white wall tyres. I think it needs something. It's a big black area, it's a waste of a chance for some more colour. So there we have it for now. Summary, I'm still very impressed with the vehicle. Nothing has fallen off or broken. My irritants are tiny, and I'm going to enjoy driving it on for the next 20,000 miles until we get to the next service and see what happens. But if you enjoy this, if you want to see some more, if we are interested in pickups, Navaras, T25s, playing in sheds, your garage, messing around with Jaguars, you name it, then please subscribe to the garage and give us a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so that you get the next video. And thanks for joining us, and thanks to the over 500 people who were so kind as to press subscribe. It really means quite a lot. Obviously anybody who does a few YouTube videos knows a lot of effort goes into doing this and committing to the time of evenings editing things up, etc. It's really nice when people subscribe and make it feel like it's all getting through to somebody, and I'm loving your comments. See you soon, and if I don't speak again, Merry Christmas!